I was really fortunate this past Lent term to be awarded an LTI Students as Producers grant. The project was to get students to approach the end-of-year debate on multiculturalism from a fresh perspective, instead of having a typical LSE PowerPoint slideshow and then discussion. I really wanted to liven things up, and I wanted to give the students an opportunity to be very creative and also to get an in-depth, greater understanding of what we've been talking about conceptually, which is the idea of narrative as a key part of identity politics and of public policy directed at these issues. I came to the idea actually through taking a film course myself, which was organized by my colleague in the International Relations Department, Bill Callahan, and also Darren Moon from LTI. And I took the course because I was interested in my own research and thinking through the visual turn in international relations, but also ways of trying to harness that power in my own field research by being able to film interviews and also film spaces and locations, because we miss so many visual cues if all you have are audio notes and recorded notes, handwritten or typed. And I wanted to capture that visual dimension and be able to preserve it in an archival fashion to reflect on for my research. Students were really keen on it. They loved the opportunity to be creative. They said they felt it consolidated their learning in a way that a typical presentation or an essay couldn't, because it gave them the freedom to think differently, to think out of the box, to pull together different strands of what we had done in the course in terms of the topics and the theories in a way I think that would have been harder to bring together if you were limited to text. The video project was designed as a group project, so they had to organize themselves. They had to share common ideas, agree which of those they were going to prioritize, and actually put them together so that they could create a single coherent narrative that they were all authors of. So that's a very different kind of thinking. It's, I think, enormously important as a transferable skill, because of course the way we operate in the knowledge economy is we bring different specialists together, and each specialist has to be able to work with the others, so they're pooling their knowledge, being able to do more than just one individual alone could accomplish. And the video was a similar kind of activity. We had everything from a cartoon to a typical BBC documentary to a skit that could have been something coming out of EastEnders, to even a rock video. So the different forms, the genres that they chose, and their ability to utilize them very effectively to create and develop a common position on the question was really amazing. LTI was very important, I think, because I would have been quite nervous doing it on my own. I was able to draw on resources that Darren and Bill had already created in terms of how to teach video making, video narrative skills to my students, in terms of the feedback template that I used, in terms of the ethical permissions and the conversation that we had in the classroom around ethics of interviewing and of filming. LTI is one of the most exciting parts of LSE because it's the part of the school which really invites us to think out of the box, to bring creativity into the classroom, to have richer and more wider ranging conversations than we would otherwise have. And I really strongly encourage other colleagues across the school to drop them a line, phone them, and take advantage of what's there and on offer to us.